I want to show you some tips and tricks that I found really helpful, and I hope that they will help you to improve your climbing. Every good session starts with a good warm-up. The first tip I want to show you is how to use your opposite side, because sometimes people use in the same time like right arm and right foot, and that's why you will be out of balance. But actually, if you're trying to use your left arm and right foot, so opposite side, you will be much more stable, and I'll show you the example in a second. Right foot, you're kind of out of balance and you want to find your balance, and that's why it's really hard to make a move, and that's why you just need to use the power of your biceps and then just get much closer to the wall, because everything is about hips, about your hips position. But when you have your left foot and right arm, you're much stable, you see? And if you get the second one, then you'll be able to move with your hips. So you just move your hips out of the wall, then you just need to make some power, and then you just go to the left, for example. So here I'm using my hips just to roll to the left and then jump. Also, it's possible on side jumps just to make power from your hips and from your leg position, but it's much harder, especially if you're a beginner. So like this. So you just do some rotation, hips, jump. I hope that you understand the difference and why it's so important. Let's move to the second one. So my second tip is that you need to think like a root setter. For example, I'll show you these boulders that I set, and a lot of people are struggling with it. As a root setter, they want to make you struggle. I mean, maybe sometimes, but most of the time they just want to teach you something. And if it's really tricky to climb, if it's really awful to climb, then obviously I think that you climb it in the wrong way, and I'll show you in 1 second. So you just need to think like a root setter, and it will help you to, to climb harder grades, because you will know how to use your hips, how to actually climb, and not how to go, as my friend said, full ape. Just use your biceps and just go really far as you can get. When you climb it this way, you don't need to use your power at all, and you just need to use your technique. And also notice rotation of my hips that allowed me to step higher. So this was intended better, but right now I'll show you a really hard way to do it. I know that it's possible, but actually it's like 5+, so guys, it's not forced, but it's not forced for 6+ climbers. Like in this case, you need to have strong fingers and you can just go full ape, but you will not learn anything from it. So just try to think like root setters. Why they added these holds? Why they added this hold? Why they added this hold with like this angle? And you will understand how to climb it. Also, you should check holds with choke, because for example this one is choked a lot, and that's why you understand that you need to use it as a hand hold. And for example, if you see some holds without any choke, then it's obviously foot hold, and you shouldn't use it as a hand hold, because a lot of people decided to skip it. But don't forget just to climb with intended better, and then to cheat it, because you will learn 2 skills. You will be good in cheating, and you will be good in something that root setters want to teach you. The third tip I want to show you is right foot placement. So try to stand as far as possible from the wall, and you will have a lot of space for your hips, and that's why you will be stable. And also try to use as much friction as possible. So you need to stretch your ankle speed if you want to get better in step climbing, because you really want to use as much friction as possible. So for example, if you have volume, then you don't have to stand like this or like this, really close to the wall. So you just need to stand as far as possible, because you will be able to lean forward, and just to use as much friction as possible. So here's your climbing shoes. I think the main tip that you can get in climbing is just hips don't lie. Hips don't lie. Just remember it all the time. You just need to keep your hips as close as possible to the wall. When you need to do a dynamic move, then you want to keep your hips out of the wall, and then just use this like energy just to generate your power from your hips, not from your biceps. So you see, like, this hold is quite far, so I can't reach it without losing my hips position. I'm just falling out of the wall. But actually what you really need to do is just to step up, and your hips will be in the position where you can get this hold. Hips is the most important part of climbing, and you just need to know how to use them and just learn how to use them, and eventually you will be a god of climbing. Another quite useful tip that I want to show you is that you just need to commit and go. This one, you see this one is really slow, and that's why it's really scary just to go, then you just fall. But actually, just to improve your skill in climbing much faster, you just need to do this like extra move, you know, this like plus that we call it in lead climbing, and you just need to go for it. And after a couple of attempts, you will get used to the thought that everything is okay, everything is safe, and like after some attempts, you will be able just to do this move like easily. But also like another tip that I already showed to you, opposite side, you see? So again and again, it's much easier to move when you are stable and you have 3 points of contact, and this way you will keep your balance and you can reach as far as possible. Remember that small steps every day will make a huge difference. Another tip I want to show you is how to campus, and how to actually campus, and why professional climbers are so strong in campusing. Because they are not using only biceps. Of course they are really strong in biceps power as well, but you just need to use your hips, and it's really important. As a beginner you wouldn't engage your shoulder and your biceps, and you will try to do a pull-up, just like a normal pull-up, and then just reach something. I mean, it would look something like this. As an advanced climber, you will move with your hips, not with your biceps. You will learn how to create power, and while you're weightless, you just reach as far as possible. Yeah, this was more like biceps power, but if I want to reach really far, I need to use my hips. And if I need to fly really far, then I need to use my hips. It's really important to understand how to use your weight as an advantage, and hips will help you with it. You just need to understand how to generate power, how to use your hips. Then you can go with just one hand and without your biceps power. Maybe just a bit, but mostly hips. And here I'm using the same trick. Hips to move my body higher and take another hold while I'm weightless. So another rule I would say is that just don't try to avoid harder grades, because you will learn a lot from them, and you just need to try some moves and maybe you're able to do something. But it's much easier just to go from harder to easier, like in this case, because you will learn hard move and then easy move will be much easier, you know, will be super easy. But when you do easy move, then hard move is still hard for you. Just choose harder grades, have fun, and you will improve your climbing much faster. And when you reach the plateau, you really want to buy like really expensive equipment, and of course I don't know, like good climbing shoes will help you to improve your climbing. But if you don't have this like extra bucks, you know, just don't waste it, because example of this story, I was buying this camera and I was asking some advice, you know, just what should I get, and the man at the shop, he told me that right now everything makes great photos, so the weakest point is the man behind. And same with climbing. You know, you can buy really expensive stuff, and of course it will help you to climb, but you also need to know how to use it. So okay guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you like this kind of content, please leave a comment below, and I would like to see your suggestions, what you would like to see in the next video, so please let me know. And thank you for watching. Peace out.